The excuse now is that their brother is the president and they cannot speak against their own. Deji Adeyanju, welcome to the news and please subscribe to our channel. Comrade Deji Adeyanju was on a social media platform this morning to share his thoughts concerning the security situation in the northern part of the country. That has been the excuse. In fact, okay, no. Their excuse before now against not speaking up is that nothing is happening. That there is nothing happening. And there was a time they were even accusing the Southerners. Even some special advisors. Sincerely, that time I would say, may God not give us a career that we'll see white and we'll call it black, and we see black and we'll call it white. Because of I don't want to lose my career. I don't want to lose favor in the sight of my boss. For that reason, I will see what is evil and I will call it good. Oh my goodness. So now they are now coming out to say, that they cannot speak against their own. Now let me paint this scenario because I'm very good at painting scenarios. For instance, you have children and one of them is actually wayward. You know that this particular one is wayward. But you have been trying to manage this particular child. Then one day you come back from whatever you came back from, your business meeting, your farm, whatever, the markets, and you find out that this, your child, has actually killed his other siblings. Now tell me, are you still going to hide the atrocities of this child, or you are going to scream out? Because I want to understand something. The thing is, these people who are easily sweeping these things under the carpet, it is because this thing have not gotten to their door. If you keep doing this, for the fact that you sweep anything under the carpet or you call what is evil good, sincerely, you have made yourself an accomplice. And what does it mean? If actually 50 bloods on that person that you are actually siding, you don't want the information to get out, those 50 bloods are on your head. If it is 100, those 100 blood is actually crying against you. If it is 150, it is crying against you. That is how exactly it is. For them to come out now and start saying that these people, it is because it is their people, how does it make sense? How does it sound? Okay, let me paint another scenario. I'll keep painting the scenario. Let's say, for instance, your spouse, God forbid, but your spouse is actually, let me say, is actually an abuser. But the thing is, he does not abuse you. He abuses your children. And you do not know. Let's say you got to find out because for one reason or the other, your child starts misbehaving and the child finally speaks out that this your husband is raping and molesting your daughters. Now tell me, will you keep your daughters under the same roof with that particular monster of a husband you have? Or you are going to, leave the house? Or you are going to actually close your mouth and stay? What are you going to do? Let's say, for instance, now, let me now paint the scenario very well for you so that you understand what I'm saying. Let's say while you are trying to manage the situation, one of your underage daughter gets pregnant by this same your husband. Will you actually still come out and say, it's my husband? And when your family members finally, maybe you tell them about it, or maybe they get to know that your daughter is pregnant, they're accusing your daughter. They're accusing your daughter before your very eyes that you are wayward and this. And deep down, you know that it is your husband's child that your daughter is carrying. Won't you save that girl of embarrassment and tell her, see, this is not her fault? Will you continue to close your mouth and endanger that and give that life trauma for life? If you do this, so you are not even, there is no difference between you and your said husband. That means you are still going to be able to sacrifice a child for the good name of your husband. That is what it means. I don't know how else to paint it for the northerners. What is bad is bad. Even if it means that my mother is doing something that is bad, God forbid. Even if it means that my mother is doing, it does not mean it is not evil. We have come to the point where in this life, this time around, children of nowadays say they're not scared. If you are someone, if you do anyhow well or misbehave where a child is, the child will tell you immediately, let's say, this thing you did, it's not good, it's not okay. Then you now have people who are slaughtering let me say what they do. Maybe they don't know. They slaughter at will. They rape mother and child, as in front of each other. They rape them. They kill pregnant women. They kill nursing mothers and babies. They take away babies from their mothers, and they take away fathers from their family members. And then you still tell me that because this is your brother. God forbid. Let me speak like cross. God forbid it. It is like, I don't even know how to say it. This Northerner, sincerely. Yeah. Anyway, like I said, there are people who will not tolerate it, as I always say. Everybody have their own temperament, as in their level of point break. There are some people, they don't even need, even only they hear it, they have gone colossus. Before you even say Jack Robinson, they have exposed it. And in fact, they'll be the one to take the bull by the horn that this cannot continue to happen. They will spread it. They will say it. If there is something they can do, they can do. It is until the Northerners tell themselves the truth. Remove this mentality of he's my brother, she's my sister, he's my husband, she's my wife. For that reason, I don't want the whole world to know. At the end of the day, you will die in that kind of thing. It is not going to be funny. And people will not cry for you. Why? Because once upon a time, it happened to another person. And you are saying, she or she is my son, he's my husband, she's my daughter. Let's listen to the news in detail. In a social media post, Comrade Deji just said the killings of the North is happening because Northerners are refusing to speak up like they did under Goodluck Jonathan's administration. Adeyanjo said the excuse people are given now is that the president is their brother and they cannot speak against their own. Speaking further, Adeyanjo said he will be waiting till someone from another region becomes president so that the Northerners will start speaking up. The security situation in the North is truly alarming, with killings and abductions happening on a daily basis. People have also called on the government to find a lasting solution to the problem. Recently, the governor of Katsina State advised residents of a state to arm themselves and confront bandits because the security forces cannot do it alone. We'll pray and hope that very soon all the security situations will come to an end. Fellow Nigerians, what is bad is bad. It happens to you. That it happens to some, that is happened to someone close to you, and it is someone that close to you that caused it. Sincerely, that is where your Mr. Integrity is going to be tested. Your integrity personality. Are you going to cover it up, or are you going to speak up against evil? On this note, we have come to the end.